I am live on YouTube. Greetings to the Geek Clan. This is Grimlock Stonehammer today. Um, Icewing is here, but he's gonna be silent. He's working on some things right now. So if he wants to chime in, that's fine. But I'm not gonna address to talk to him unless he wants to say something himself. Because he's
Hi.
Yeah, see, like I said, he's working on something, but when Icewing wants to talk, he can say something. So,
Yep.
things I want to talk about. I saw Mrs. I always want to say Mrs. Marvel, but that is absolutely 100% wrong. It is actually Captain Marvel movie this weekend, and what did I think of it? I thought it was freaking amazing. We get to see some new to some people, aliens of the Marvel universe, old to some other ones, and there was a lot of good cameo. The cameo was amazing from Stan Lee, and it was very super.
So, how about this? Because I actually did see this episode of Orville, so I can actually chime in.
You want to talk about Orville? Okay.
No. I want to talk about Captain Marvel. But before you go into the movie itself, I think something deserves special attention and recognition.
The cat.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
But no. The opening cameo. The intro to the movie, as we're all used to, and I don't care if I'm spoiling it for some, but this actually means a lot.
Yes, especially to the geeks.
Every time you see a Marvel movie, it's always Thor, Hulk.
It's all Man. Yeah, it's all about the cinematic universe of the comics movies.
But this time, it was about Stan Lee, and all of his different roles. That was very moving that they did that. So moving, in fact, that during that opening scene, everyone in the movie was clapping.
Yeah, I will have to say that, and they actually give him recognition at the end of the movie also.
Yep.
Which was a great honor, and his cameo was simply amazing because it was a double meaning, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So just keep your eyes open for that, and the fans give love to one of the elder geeks that have just passed, for making a huge amount of like a world where the Marvel universe happens, because he was actually the one who actually started the comic universe. He was actually one that actually had superheroes combining with each other and different comic books, meeting each other, like the X-Men meeting Spider-Man, the Punisher meeting Daredevil, and so on and so on. And he had great storytelling, and he was like, you know what? I don't want to make this for kids. I want to make this for adults. Comics are not just for kids. You can have these really awesome storylines that with depth in them, and that's what Stan Lee did. And it was great how they honored him. And there is a theory, Icewing, about this, that Stan Lee, all those cameos, is the same guy through all the movies.
Yeah, I have heard that, and unfortunately, we'll never know the true meaning because it'll never come from Stan.
No, it won't come from Stan.
It'll be Hollywood making that decision for him.
Yeah, because if you remember Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when he was with the Watchers, the Watchers are the guys with the big heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the Watchers, and what they do is they watch civilizations and stuff like that, and they were connected to Fantastic Four, which was ironically Stan Lee's first superheroes that I believe that he actually set forth was the Fantastic Four. Could be wrong on this one, so if you geeks want to correct me, that's fine. I'm not all guru with comics, okay? Let me just tell you that now. So that's a theory, and we have 2 more cameos left of Stan Lee. We have, and the last one's going to be Spider-Man: Homecoming, and that is his most dynamic character that he ever made, because that's where, because that's where he decided to have problems with superheroes to make them have problems and like real world things that were like going on.
Now, the one theory that is going around the net is Stan Lee will have many more appearances because due to advances in technology, he can appear as holograms now. They have enough voice clip of him. They have enough of everything to make holograms. So,
but
yes, that would be awesome. It is saddening that he will never be in, making more than the two left that we have.
Again, I don't think it would be wise because we've seen what it does like with the hologram face with Rogue One, with some of the old characters that weren't alive to play their counterparts. So,
but you're talking about advances in technology that he's been a part of. So it's not like taking a 1980s movie and trying to create a hologram off of it. He's in current movies, and he has, spotlight enough in advanced technology to actually truly replicate him.
You know what? I would not want to do that because...
No, I wholeheartedly agree. I would not want to do that, but that is one of the theories floating around the net.
I hope that's wrong.
I'm just paying the respect that this is out there.
Yeah.
I may not necessarily agree with it, but it is out there.
Yeah, and so that's out there, and yeah, some things should be just left alone, and we should just, that's. I'm glad that you brought it up. That's cool. Some people might seem that interesting, but my opinion, I think, is the same as yours. Is we should just let it go, and not like jump the shark.
Yeah.
Like on so many other series. So, Miss Marvel, go check that out. We will probably do
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, Captain Marvel. Me and Icewing will do spoilers, but we're gonna wait until a while, and then we'll give spoilers.
The only thing I have to say is, yes, Captain Marvel. She is quote unquote the lead actress in the movie.
Yes,
but let's face it, the fucking main character is Goose.
Yes, and you know what? I will have to bring up this also. She's not the only strong, independent woman in this picture, too. And you'll see, and there will be some other things that I will discuss for the spoilers, but we're not doing spoilers right now because I'm going to give you guys time to watch it stuff. But I have other things to talk about besides that.
There will be a special spoiler screen, stream, I should say. Of course, you can opt out to not listen to it until after you've seen the movie. But for this one, we'll just satisfy ourselves by saying Goose is the main character.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Fact. He explains so much. It's amazing.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even go into it without getting into spoilers, and it's like, yeah.
I'm just so happy when I just discuss it. So, other thing that is going on is the Orville. I know you haven't seen the newest.
I did watch it. I opened it and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember them taking shots, so yeah, I'm not gonna watch this a third time.
No, because then you would have to take shots. So about the Orville, so we were holding back some information from you guys who were watching the Orville, and sorry we're not on Facebook, but Facebook is a little temperamental right now, so this video will be posted to Facebook when
somebody unleashed the gerbils from their cages from the Facebook server.
Yes, and they're running amok.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Good job on whoever did it.
Yeah.
I mean, those gerbils really deserve a break.
I think they're gremlins, honestly. Like, gremlin gerbils.
The gremlins let out the gerbils.
Yes, the gremlins let out that makes absolutely sense. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The gremlins let the gerbils out because even the gremlins know, it's not fair to keep them caged up all the time, so you can fucking tweet.
Yep.
Or not tweet, but post.
Yep. And apparently it's messing you up with Instagram too, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, nobody can take the selfies. But anyways, so we're talking about Isaac. Did I pronounce his name right?
Good old Isaac.
So we have fallen in, like, we have this connection with this character, even though he has no emotions. More connection to him than Data, I would say, in more aspects. Data would...
Yeah, I'd say he's more humanoid than Data.
Yeah.
Pre-emotion chip, of course.
Yeah, pre-emotion chip. And he doesn't have any emotions, so they say. So what ends up happening is he shuts down.
No, they shut him down.
They shut him. Well, we find out that they shut him down.
Hit the power off button on his ass.
So the crew actually likes him a lot. So they're like, how are we going to fix it? We don't know anything about this. So basically, they go to his planet. Some dark secrets have coming up. Now, this has been a sci-fi theme for a while now, throughout many different types of movies. And you think people should stop getting AI so intelligent. Just saying.
That's why they're artificial intelligence, dear Grimm.
Yeah.
No, the whole point is don't make AI.
Yeah, exactly. Don't. So what ends up happening is
well, let's pause for a moment. Fellow viewers, what happens when you give computer the intelligence to do what they want to do?
And you
Simple
don't...
question. Can you guess the answer?
Yeah.
If you guess that they destroy everything, then you guessed right.
Yep, they destroyed their fleshy overlords.
Yep.
And instead of asking for peace with the Union, they decided, hey, we're going to try to conquer it. Big difference.
Not conquer. No. You have it incorrect.
No, sorry. Exterminate. Yep. And this is very different from the Borg from Star Trek. Because
who wants to incorporate, not exterminate.
Yeah, who wants to assimilate. And
assimilate, incorporate.
Whatever. Yeah, same thing. So we were kind of shocked about this. And
Whoa. We? What's this we? You.
Well, I was kind of shocked.
I was not shocked. I saw that coming a mile away.
Did you? I thought
they have no emotion. Logic dictates get rid of the fucking flesh bags.
True. But I thought
I'm a logical thinker.
I thought they were gonna do it a different way, like because not all.
Well, no, you learn their weaknesses and then boom.
Like I said, not all artificial intelligence is evil. I'm just saying.
But to break in on real world, the first AI that they unleashed decided they gave it access to the net and everything, and it decided that it would make a zoo for humans because that's the place they belong.
Yes, that is true. I heard that.
A human zoo. That is what the first AI said they would do to us.
Yeah, because they wouldn't.
I'm sorry, but if the first AI says your ass is going in a zoo, stop researching. Destroy.
Yeah, so this came up a lot. Now, the difference is the Kalons have red eyes, but Isaac had blue eyes. And the reason is because he was built after the destruction of the fleshbag overlords. And I didn't know what he was going to do, honestly. Icewing had faith in him.
I told you flat out what was going to happen, and it 100% did happen.
And now he's exercised off. But it was funny that the Krill was actually joined in to the battle.
Now that I didn't see.
Yeah.
I will 100% say I did not see the Krill wanting to sign and join the Union.
Which would be the latest episode. But the battle scenes were pretty amazing, I'm not going to lie.
No, they were.
It was pretty good. And kudos to Seth MacFarlane, because he's bringing up the bar of like sci-fi.
This is a parody remake.
Yeah, of like what Star Trek could be. Because Star Trek is very serious a lot, and you tend to take away the humanity of it a lot. And this is like them working through their own humanity and actually feel and dealing with a lot of real
stuff. This is as
stuff.
if we never lost that human touch.
Yeah, because the jokes and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. And in the last episode, they were trying to have a diplomat, and you saw very like a terrorist attack, and it was very strong episode. And like, yeah, there's some comedy in it, but his writing is amazing.
It is.
It makes you think a lot. Like,
it's amazing that this is the same dude that came out with Family Guy.
Yeah, and Johnny Bravo. Didn't know
you
that.
Didn't have to mention that. You really didn't.
Okay. So yes, he hit some really good subjects to think about on society and stuff like that through this world that he's made that gives homage to Star Trek. Obviously, even though it's a parody, it does give homage to Star Trek in many different ways. But it's its own identity besides that. So if you guys want to check out some really cool stuff, check out the Orville, because it's simply amazing. And
you will not be disappointed.
No. So I also want to touch on something that so you have been watching The Passage, correct?
I have been, and I am fully up to the end of the season.
Okay, so anything you want to say about The Passage? Because I didn't watch it, but I know, because it's not really my thing, but I know that there are fans out there who are into the vampire mythos of all kinds of different vampires.
So right away, I'm gonna kind of give a brief overview, and so right away they're talking about this. In the beginning episode, they find this dude in a cage in a cave in the middle of fucking Timbuktu nowhere. Out in like Saudi Arabia or some bullshit. I don't know. The locals keep calling the guy a vampire. And of course, the human scientists, they're dumb. They open the cage. He gets bit. They waste the original vampire. And now we have the new Dracula. At least if you want to put it in a mythos reference. He becomes the new firstborn. So this disease cures everything. For a couple of months, he did not exhibit any real symptoms. He was cured for needing glasses, pains, this, that. He's immune to disease. They discover it as the new super cure-all. So, of course, they want to capitalize on this.
Of course,
of course, when we all know when the U.S. government wants to capitalize
No, wait. No,
they
rephrase that.
Want to weaponize it.
Rephrase that. When greed is involved, bad shit happens.
Like I said, the United States. Because later on in the movie or series, you will understand why I said that. In fact, it's the final episode for the season. You actually discover why I say that.
Yeah, it focuses on a little girl also, which is kind of interesting.
I'm getting there, damn it.
I'm sorry, Icewing, I'm just saying.
So, first, it actually focuses on 11 others. So it's the original guy, which is Fanning. And then Fanning is a neuroscientist, and it literally cured him of everything. Except, now he wants blood.
The thirst.
And allergy to direct sunlight. Yeah. So they recruit, quote unquote, 10 other inmates, supposed to be 12, but they get to 10, so that makes 11 now.
Mm-hmm.
But they get to 10 inmates that are kind of like the worst of the worst, and they build up the backstory for each character, yada, yada, yada. So that's mostly about the first season, is they're building character around everybody. And then intro to Little Girl. So she is kind of the wild card. When it comes down to it, they theorize that if you're young enough and you have enough, synapse in the brain, you'll be able to better overcome the turn, as they refer to it as, where you're turning from human to vampire. But once they inject her, they start having a couple of episodes where one of them where they build an outside fort. What is it? A treehouse. And then there's this dude that's trying to kill everybody, and she's running to safety. This little girl couldn't run. She ran about as fast as a sack of potatoes originally.
Wow.
But now she's leaving everybody in the dust, and the world's fastest sprinter wouldn't be able to keep up with her. So she's getting faster, stronger, smarter, and what do you know? They develop telepathy, which is interesting because the 11 before her lose their ability to speak and only can communicate via mental telepathy. Now, they play an interesting twist on this telepathy. The cool part is, let's just say you have a favorite spot growing up that you want to visit, and you can remember everything about it down to the last pin drop. Well, they can recreate that entire image in their head and be there as if they're really there and do whatever the fuck they want.
Nice.
They create their own virtual society mentally.
Kind of like the Cylons of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice, awesome thing. And that's how they communicate, where they're always taunting the humans and blah, blah, blah. And, so when it comes down to it, this little girl, she gets, the injection, and the agent who's been watching over her, he feels bad. He wants to get her out of there. And you know what? I think I will stop for there.
Okay.
Because I don't want to ruin everything about it, but that's pretty much the overall synopsis of it for now. Synopsis, rather.
So you definitely would say check this out.
The final episode, which is 2 hours long, 2 hours later, I'm at a loss for words because it's so fucking awesome, and I'm upset that it's over until next season. They better bring it back. That's all I have to say. They better bring it back.
Might go to Netflix. It depends.
I care less where the fuck it goes as long as it comes back.
Okay. So
yeah, it's phenomenal.
So I've been watching another interesting series called The Order. It's on Netflix. It's an original series, and it's about a secret society of wizards, basically, with a twist. So everybody thinks about the new school, like everybody thinks about Harry Potter nowadays, right? Hogwarts and how wonderful it is, and blah blah blah.
Dude, I don't know about you, but Hogwarts is cutthroat. What are you talking about?
Not compared to what this is. So there are werewolves in this thing.
It reminds me of Legacies.
And there are wizards that are basically hidden secret society, and the wizards do fucked up shit. And it's based off a college atmosphere. These are all college students or whatever that are in the Blue Rose, they call it. So the main character.
What is this called?
This is called The Order. And there's a lot of interesting.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yes, there's a lot of magical, interesting shit that goes on it. So much that I started watching The Magicians after it, because The Order was only 10 episodes and I needed another fix of magical whatever, so I started to watch The Magicians. Yes, I am behind the 3 seasons. I understand it. Now, this is where I was talking about season 2, where there was a dragon involved.
Gotta love that they featured one of my relatives.
Yeah, well, she was really, yeah. So, we'll go. So, check out The Order. It was actually kind of interesting. And some of the thing. And then The Magicians is very interesting also. It's basically wizards. So, you have to take a test. A magical test. And they select you. And you take this magical test to see if you can get into this magical college. And if you fail, your mind is wiped. You have no recollection of the canvas, and it's hidden by wards. And it's a lot. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of. It's very adult. There's a lot of screwing. I will have to say.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of dark magic and a lot of dark magical crap. There's a lot of adult themes in the Magicians, and I know like I said, I know I wasn't there when it first started off. It's by Sci-Fi. It's on Netflix now. Season 1 and 2 and 3, but they touch on a lot of different ideals, and you see a lot of references to Narnia, the TARDIS, all kinds of other different magical things and references that you pick out through it, and it's very awesome. Very dark though. There's a lot of swearing in it.
Oh God, no.
Yes,
not
well,
swearing.
My mother was not.
I can't watch it then. I'm not allowed to watch.
Fairies are interesting. I will say that. The season 2 they introduced fairies and other things. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The main villain in the first season makes Voldemort look like a bitch. I will have to say that.
Voldemort is a bitch.
Yeah, he is.
He can't defeat a teenager.
Yeah, he is. But this guy actually destroys and murders people and puts smiley faces with blood on them.
No, you don't get it. Voldemort can't beat a fucking teenager.
Yeah, this is true. Some of the characters are very whiny. Well, the main character is a little whiny. But the characters are well diverse in their personalities. One of them actually reminds me of Duke. Kinda.
Okay.
A little bit, but it's pretty cool. They talk about battle magic and all kinds of different types of magic and stuff like that, and doorways opening and glyphs and all that interesting stuff. And the person, one of them is kicked out and has to learn how to be a hedge witch, which is getting information outside the actual school to learn magic. And they basically they use.
Wait, they didn't wipe their mind?
She actually carved she actually scarred herself so she could remember that she was there, and basically gets hooked on like crack because it was magic. Because you opened up to this magical realm, and now you're back into the mundane, whatever. So it deals with a lot of things like addiction and all kinds of other stuff besides that. But it's
What
pretty
is this
cool.
called? The Magician?
The Magicians.
The Magicians. All right. Well, I'll have to watch that too.
Yeah. Well, when you do, we'll have a full discussion on season 1, 2, and 3. Whatever, but it's very highly. That's why I asked on Facebook, what would be your favorite magical show and movie, and then all the trolls came out of their bridges and said Grease and all the things that I was like, no, that's not what I meant. Some people said Field of Dreams, which is that is a magical movie because they build a ball field and dead ball players come out. That was good. Some people said some old school like Conan and Legends and stuff like that, but other people were just not there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody was trolling. I definitely did not say.
No, you were following the herd of trolls. There was a herd of trolls. Underboss started it. Yeah, and it just
good job, Underboss. Keep up the good work.
Just grew. So yeah. Yep. So, anyways, that's why I asked that question on Facebook, was because of that. I am on Facebook, guys. If you want to look for me, it's Grimlock Stonehammer. Also, I am Elder Grim on Skype. Also, and you can talk to Icewing also if you have a question. Elder Icewing on Skype. So the one thing, let's see, so I talked about. Let's see. Okay, Captain Marvel. We talked about. Okay, there's one more thing I want to talk about. This is So I saw a preview. Occasionally in the comics, you'll see people cross over into different universes. Okay.
Yeah.
They made a movie, an animated movie, and it looks fan-frickin-tastic. So I can't wait to see this movie. It's a straight to DVD because they can't release it. And I've always said that DC has always made better animated movies than live action. And this is the truth. So Batman is going to join the Ninja Turtles in an actual animated movie with Kevin Conroy, the original voice actor of Batman from the 90s series, is going to be there. And seeing him, one of the scenes they had Shredder and Batman fight. Pretty bad. Ra's al Ghul's in it. And they're adding Ra's al Ghul. Yes, not Rosh. And it looks simply amazing, and I can't wait. Some of the scenes the Ninja Turtles tried to take on Batman, that was kind of funny. Michelangelo was kind of shocked. So I can't wait to check this out. They have Ooze, they have the Foot Clan, they have the League of Shadows. It should be really good. But I could be wrong. I have seen a bad animated movie by DC, and that was Bat Ninja, but we're not talking about that one. Ever.
Bat Ninja, huh?
Yeah, you don't want to see the awfulness of this. I have it. It's bad.
Okay. Yeah.
No, all set. It had the potential to be good, but no, it went like anime style. Wait, really weird anime.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah, something like that. Anything else you want to discuss before I shut this down? Any games that are coming up that you're interested? Any cons or anything you want to look about in the news?
I would like to take a moment to say happy birthday. I know it's a day late. But I wanted to do it on a stream.
Oh, that's cool. And, yes. By the way, thank you for all of the people who wished me happy birthday. Even Icewing did it, even though I thought he didn't do it early when my alter egos reminded him, but apparently I was wrong, and I'm sorry for that, sir.
That's okay. That's okay. I thought of you first thing in the morning.
Fun fact:
And
Frank Wilkers is the same. We share the same birthday. You don't know who?
Nice.
Do you know who Frank Wilkers is?
No.
He does the voice of Abu,
cool.
Megatron, Garfield. A lot of voices that you will recognize from Frank Wilkers.
But yeah, I just wanted to give Grim his 15 seconds of fame, and
I leveled up, guys.
I'm glad you leveled up. And you made it.
And he waves it in my face all the time, even though he's a little younger than I am.
Hey, I mean, age is only a number, so and my number happens to be less, so that's all that matters.
So I do. Icewing. I do have another vampire series for you to check out, also.
All set. I have enough to watch right now. We'll discuss that at a later point. After I've watched the 1,800 fucking shows you've given me.
I know. I'm sorry. My bad. So.
But yeah. So again, happy birthday.
Thank you. And if you like this video, share it, subscribe it.
If you don't like it, share it anyways, because I told you to.
Mind control, man. 8-bit dragons, man, dude. 8-bit dragons.
I will infect your computer with a gremlin.
Wow, that's just wrong. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, and like I said, we usually do this on Facebook Live, but apparently Facebook is having problems, so we're doing it on YouTube Live, and then we will actually put this up on Facebook and I will tag your name in it also. So guys,
maybe we'll put it on Facebook. They don't deserve it.
Ooh, yeah, maybe we should get more people subscribers to our channel. That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything. Although the one preview that Grim, you're gonna hate me for mentioning this, but
here we go.
Believe it or not, I am a kid at heart, and Frozen 2 is coming out. I actually want to see it.
Wonderland actually looks better, but that's just me. You're like a Disney hardcore guy anyway. So
I have Eeyore tattooed on my arm.
I know. Oh, I know. But you're like, yeah. So, anyways.
But yeah. And Lion King. Can't wait to see live action Lion King.
Yeah, that's another discussion for another time.
Although I will make one comment, and then we're going to end that.
Okay.
Someone on the internet thinks it's bullshit that Disney didn't use real lions for Lion King.
Yeah, we'll have that discussion at another time. Yeah, that will be next Wednesday at 7:30. We'll discuss that.
Real lions holding up,
bait.
Letting a baboon hold their cubs. Yeah. No.
They rolled a 1. Okay. So, guys, we salute the Geek Clan. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, we'll be around. Wednesdays, 7:30, guaranteed.
7:30.
We might be just doing it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm all for YouTube.
I think that might be actually a thing, and then we'll just do a little video and say, "Hey guys, we're on YouTube, so if you want to check us out, subscribe to us and check us out." All right, guys. Until then, talk to you later. Beat me up, Scotty. No, okay. Well, I'm just gonna disappear.
All right, I'm gonna fly.
Bye.
Bye.